I didn't think that Drake Maye was that good yesterday. Obviously, when you look at it on paper, 30 or 46, 27, I think we would have been amazed or in love with that last year. Did he some similar numbers to that last year? But now with the expectations being heightened and him to be a supposed leader of this team, it just wasn't good enough yesterday. So just thoughts on his performance and just the offense performance overall.
Yeah, so I thought that there were glimpses in this game of Drake looking really good and of buying time, hitting the check down, or like when he was running and he would slide. I didn't love that interception when he was targeting Diggs and he just didn't step into it.
Mm.
It sounds like in the post game presser, like he realizes that that's his fault. He should step into it. Um, I mean, listen, he can definitely play better. We know that.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to sit here and say that he's the reason why we lost that game. I just don't. I think he was one of the reasons, but he was not
Right.
the reason.
Right. Yeah. No, that's valid. I think that I guess in light of what we end up seeing on Sunday night, right? We see a quarterback will their way, to a team to 16 points down in the fourth quarter and just go crazy. And we're calling him Josh Allen light. So it's just like if that's the case, we're still waiting on a signature moment, right? We talked about that a lot with Mac Jones. And obviously, we feel that he's better than Mac Jones. So you're just like, okay, we need you to perform, as such. Yeah, I mean, I think that the play calling wasn't great, right? When we initially started the show, the Jesse Drops thing was a thing, and there was a few of those yesterday, and it was racking my brain. TreVeyon Henderson was not out there as much as he should have been, in my opinion.
Nope.
And once again, people, Diggs for to come back off injury. Once again, we would have been over the moon last year for 6 for 57, over the moon.
Yeah.
And once again, to come out of injury, that's not bad. Once again, now this is week 16. Is he at 6 for 57? It's like, all right, like unless they have something wrapped up. But like that's it's not terrible. But the lone bright spot to me was Kayshon Boutte. Like he may be turning into your number one guy before our eyes.
Yeah. But I think a lot of that is because of the presence of Stephon Diggs. Like Kayshon Boutte's not going up against the number one corner on the opposing
Right,
team.
actually.
It's Diggs. So I was watching the game and thinking to myself in the first half, where is Stephon? What's he doing? But then as you see, Boutte had a great first half. It's like, oh, that's what he's doing. He's making sure that Kayshon and Pop Douglas and guys like Hunter Henry have less crowd around them. And if that's what he can do and still bring in, 6 for almost 60 a game, I'm okay with that. Like it doesn't bother me. I would love to have a couple of 100-yard games out of him, but Kayshon Boutte looks legit, and
Yeah.
love the fact that Drake is making him. It's like Drake is anointing him as his number one target, along with Hunter Henry.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Hunter Henry is over reliable. I mean, like I said, I'm looking at the 60 rush yards. Like
And just remember that 11 of those are Drake.
right. So 49 as a backfield, I'm just like, is crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah, and that's what's wild to me is the conditions yesterday. They called for a rushing attack. Like it was raining. Obviously, conventional wisdom would say you got to run the ball. Josh has always loved to thump against conventional wisdom and say, okay, well, if everyone thinks we're going to run, we're going to throw. But it's wild to me that you're going to have Drake drop back 46 times. And then for your running backs, I mean, out of your 3 running backs, you had 13 rushes for 45 yards. Like you can't do that. Now, if you want to tell me that the game got out of hand, I'd say that doesn't make any sense because coming out of halftime, we were winning. So
Right.
you have to run the ball. And Ramondre didn't have a great rushing attack, but TreVeyon Henderson, 5 rushes, almost 30 yards. Kid, he just doesn't know how to average less than 5 yards per carry. He didn't do it in college. He's, one game to the pros. So if you're trying to ease him in with his workload, fine. But he's an explosive player on offense. Kayshon Boutte is an explosive player on offense.
Right.
Pop Douglas is an explosive player on offense.
Yeah.
Drake
Yeah.
Maye, explosive player on offense. Like the ball needs to be in all those people's hands.
So Douglas on the day, 2 catches, -2 yards.
And a touchdown.
And yeah, it's,
Which is
it's wild. That's how's that for fantasy football?
it's not great.
Not great at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But even with Henderson, he had 6 catches for 24. So, like I said, I think they were trying to get him involved somewhat, but it was just like, dude, like to have him only on third down situations. Yes, do I think that he becomes what James White was? Absolutely. And as good as James White was, he's more explosive than what James White was. So it's like, why not get him in space? Why not go 5 wide, putting him in one of the, wide out positions and let him kind of be. And once again, I'm not comparing him to what I'm about to say, but let him be what Marshall Faulk was in St. Louis.
How about just let it be what Dion Lewis was for us?
Yes, I mean, I'd rather just see him be Marshall Faulk.
Oh, sure.
But no, I mean, no, Dion Lewis was awesome too. He was, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So, that's that. But yeah, it was, I don't know. It was just annoying to see. Where was you at on that 4th down though? Like, were you okay with them not going for it, or were you clamoring for them to go for it on your TV screen?
I thought that they had the personnel. It felt like that was an opportune time for Vrabel to tell the offense that he believed in them, and to go get it. But I don't know. Like, it was 4th and 5, right?
Yeah.
And then wasn't there a penalty that got them to 4th and 10?
Not that time.
Okay, that was another time.
Yeah, that's not my fault. No, actually, no, that might have been that. It might have been that. It might have been. Either way, you seem more on the fence on it, which is fine. I get that. Because you kind of have to play field position, but to me, you have to go for it there. Once again, you had not stopped. Oh, Geno Smith was looking
Like Steve McNair.
yeah, like Steve McNair, Kenny Stabler, Jim Plunkett, who, was here, but also won a Super Bowl and at the time when it was Oakland. So, like, he's looking like the rated quarterbacks of the past that were really good. And he's carving you up. Going to Trey Turner, going to Jacoby Myers, who Jacoby Myers was doing whatever he wanted yesterday. I told my homeboy, I was like, he was looking like Troy Brown with dreadlocks. Like, it's like it was out of control. You even let GT get in there and get a touchdown off them. So, which I think he's gonna be really good. I really do. I was
too.
by his performance yesterday. He runs tough between the tackles. People are gonna question, especially at this day and age, drafting a running back at 6, but you see some flashes at the why they got him yesterday. And hopefully if they do become good, he doesn't do GT like he did Marshawn Lynch. So, but yeah, they looked really good on the road. But one thing that we brought up, well, that we didn't bring up yet, and people say, man, offense look this, offense look that. The guy that's the DC for Vegas, if there's anyone that knows Josh and what he's looking to do, it was Patrick Graham. So,
yep.
Are you confident that they look different going forward? Or like I said, are you chalk it up to like, okay, this was someone that they knew, he was on Josh's staff, he was here in New England, as well as an assistant. Like, that's how I see it. But I wanted to your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think that there's not going to be another person that we're probably going to see this year that will understand Josh's offense better than the DC for Vegas. However, we've thrown a lot of shit Josh's way on this program, and we will continue to. That's one of the things I love the most.
Right.
But he is a phenomenal offensive coordinator. Always has been.
Yeah.
I just think he's cute. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, because if he knew that the DC knew his game, and he's like, well, we're playing in rain, like we have these double-headed monster in the backfield, he's probably just going to utilize this. He just got too cute and said, no, we're going to drop back Drake Maye 46 times with a line that against the line that we're not sure can hold, and we're just going to send Maxx Crosby.
Yeah.
And they did.
And he did the same move every time. Now he didn't always get there, But even on the interception, because I mean, it's cool for Drake to talk about, or take accountability in the presser. Maxx Crosby was coming down the pipe, and once again,
Yep.
we can just say, oh, go out of bounds or whatever. It's Maxx Crosby coming at you. Like me coming at him wasn't here. Like it was Maxx Crosby coming out the barrel, sitting at the barrel, and yeah, that's gonna make you, people get real anxious. So I don't put that on him because he couldn't step in because they basically it was like an inside stunt move, and it's hard to guard Max Crosby going straight up, let alone him doing an inside stunt move when you
Yep.
don't see, which is crazy because he's too big for you not to see him. But it's just like that's wild to me. But it is what it is. I mean, we had I thought Harold Landry on defense was awesome.
I mean, he was the best player on defense. 2.5 sacks. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, 4 solo tackles. The guy just looked like he was everywhere. I did, and even Milton Williams. It
Mhm.
looks like he's going to be a big contributor. It just felt to me, not to err into the side of negative right off the bat, but they're like it's evident that you're missing Gonzo because the defensive line is not sure that they're gonna that they can get to the quarterback in time, and it looked like they were a little hesitant at some point in time too.
When they chose to bring pressure, they got to Geno. They got to him. It's what
Well, except for the jailhouse where the D-backs didn't drop back.
right. But so I'm until I see something different, I'm already out on Carlton Davis.
I mean,
Already
it's
out.
offensive what he did.
Because I was like, how do you get lost on that type of play? I'm already out.
Right.
Like I was just like because I'm trying to think of a recent sign that we had that was like that. Like I don't want to say Brandon Brown. 'Cause Brandon Brown actually was okay for the year that he was here. I'm trying to think of a big corner they brought here that just wasn't that good after a while. But I'm like that to me is inexcusable. Like to give you 60
Yeah.
million to come here, 7 whatever guaranteed, and you look that lost on the defensive side of the ball. Like
Was he the guy that led up the 3rd and 21 too?
yes, right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm done. I'm already out.
You can't do that.
Right. Right. And he said he's banging on the field. It's just like, dude, like you had it.
Right.
You had it. And the thing is, you're staring in the backfield as if Geno is going to take off and run. He didn't even do that at West Virginia.
No, but
That's crazy.
also he's biting on a move when the guy's 6 yards from the line of scrimmage when he has to go 16 more yards. Like, what are you doing? Just get back. Keep everything in front of you. Like, again, it sounds like we're talking out of both sides of our mouth here because if you've been listening to us this entire time, or if you listen to us back in the day on terrestrial radio, one of the things I used to always bitch about was the fact that Bill's defense was bend don't break. Right? Like he'd let you have 500 yards a game, but you're going to score like 2 touchdowns.
Right.
You don't make mistakes like that, and a veteran should not make a mistake like that. A high-paid veteran needs to keep everyone in front of him.
Now to be fair, I know we just went off on him. Now on the pick that they got, he did play that perfectly. He
Yes.
got the tip, and then obviously Jalen Hawkins got the pick. So
Yep.
that's what we were expecting. Those type of plays we were expecting. So that should have been etched in our mind is how you played on that play, not you letting not you making a flag football type play, and
Right.
and now they're just marching down the field. Because like I said, it was a matter of time before Brock Bowers got going. He's awesome, man. He's really good.
He's really
He's
good.
really good. And then they have a really good secondary tight end and Michael Mayer as well from Notre Dame. Like that, it's like there's more talent there than we thought, and it showed yesterday. And let's call it for what it is. I'm gonna say we danced around it because we don't tap dance, but Mike Vrabel and the rest of the coaching staff got our coach yesterday. Period.